friends, welcome back to Story Time. Today I have one of my favorite books, Sammy Spider's First Passover. We love Sammy Spider, right? Isn't he so funny? Let's find out what happens to him on Passover. This book also talks a lot about different shapes. What shapes can you see here? Circle, square, triangle, that's right. Good guessing. Sammy Spider was fast asleep in his web high up on the Shapiro's living room ceiling. As the warm spring sun shone through an open window, Sammy snuggled deeper into his cozy web. A sudden swishing noise startled him awake. "Mother!" he screamed. "A monster has broken our web!" Sammy scurried across the ceiling and hid in a corner. Mrs. Spider hurried to comfort him. "Don't worry, Sammy. That monster is called a broom, and Mr. Shapiro is using it to dust the ceiling. Each spring, the Shapiros give their house a special cleaning to prepare for Passover. Springtime is a perfect time for us to make a new web." "Oh, but I don't know how to make a web," Sammy said sadly. "I'm going to teach you," said his mother, giving him a big hug. "Will we celebrate Passover too?" asked Sammy. "Silly little Sammy. Spiders don't celebrate Passover. Spiders spin webs." We begin by spinning one thread. Then we spin a second and a third. Finally, we spin a fourth to make a square. But Sammy wasn't listening. "What is Mr. Shapiro putting on the table?" he asked. "That's called a matzah," Mrs. Spider said. "Tonight's the first night of Passover, and the Shapiros will have a special meal called a Seder." It looks like the matzah is also a square shape. Just like the web that Sammy's building. Then Mrs. Shapiro brought in a big platter with a roasted egg, a bone, parsley, charoset, and bitter herbs. "That's called a Seder plate," Mrs. Spider explained. "The Shapiros will eat special foods at their Seder." "Do spiders eat special foods at Passover?" asked Sammy. "Silly little Sammy. Spiders don't celebrate Passover. Spiders eat flies and other insects. To catch them, we spin a web, and I need your help. Watch me attach a circle to the inside of our web." But Sammy wasn't listening again. He was hovering on a silky strand above the table, watching the Shapiros at their Seder. Crunch went the matzah as Mr. Shapiro broke it in half. Sammy watched him wrap one of the broken pieces in a bright red napkin. When Josh wasn't looking, Mr. Shapiro hid it on top of the bookcase. Sammy climbed back up to the ceiling. "Mother," he asked, "why did Mr. Shapiro hide the matzah?" "It's called the afikomen," Mrs. Spider said. "After the meal, Josh will try to find it, and if he does, he'll get a prize." "What fun," Sammy said. "Can I play too?" "Silly little Sammy, spiders don't celebrate Passover. Spiders spin webs, and I need your help to spin a triangle inside this circle." "Oh, look, that's so interesting. Mrs. Spider is making a triangle inside of the circle. That's two shapes in one." But Sammy wasn't listening. He looked longingly at the hidden afikomen. "All right," sighed Mrs. Spider. "You may watch the Seder for a little while." Sammy quickly crossed the ceiling and stopped right above the bookshelf, just as Josh finished reciting the 4 questions. He listened as the family sang Passover songs and took turns reading the story of Moses, who led the Jews to freedom. The Shapiros began their Seder meal. Sammy had never seen so much food. What kind of things do they have on their Seder table? I see some chicken, maybe some matzo ball soup, some eggs, carrots, matzah, nice big salad. Looks delicious. I wonder what you're gonna have on your Seder table. At last it was time to search for the afikomen. Sammy wished he could help, but he remembered his mother's words, "Spiders don't celebrate Passover." Swinging from a strand of webbing, he watched as Josh searched every corner of the room. When Josh neared the bookshelf, Sammy got so excited. Something shiny caught Josh's eye. It was an amazing little web with a beautiful Jewish star inside. Wow, breathed Josh. As he went closer to look, he spotted the afikoman just below the glistening web. So here is the afikoman that Josh's dad hid, shaped like a triangle. And here is Sammy, just above it. Do you think he was trying to help Josh find the afikoman? I wonder. Wow, I found it, he squealed. Look at the shape that Sammy made with his web. I see a Jewish star. You see it? Sammy glowed with pride. I did it, Mother. I helped Josh find the afikoman. And you also spun a beautiful web, Mrs. Spider answered. You used all the shapes I taught you. In his excitement, Sammy didn't even know that he had spun a web. As he looked back at the bookshelf, he beamed. Oh, it was easy, Mother. You make a square, a circle, and a triangle. Then you pass over with another triangle. That's how spiders celebrate Passover. That's so funny. I guess Sammy and his mom celebrated Passover after all. The end. Thanks for listening. I hope you all have a wonderful Passover. See you soon.